The avoidance secret obsession revealed. Why they can't move on. It's easy to assume that avoidants simply forget their exes, that they move forward without looking back. On the surface, they seem completely detached, living their lives as if you never existed. No signs of missing you, no evidence of lingering thoughts, no visible attachment to the past, just apparent indifference. And that indifference makes you believe you meant nothing to them. But here's what most people don't realize. Avoidants often develop secret obsessions with the people they've lost, but they hide it so well that even they don't fully acknowledge it. Their inability to move on isn't visible in tears or desperate attempts to reconnect. It shows up in patterns of mental preoccupation, comparison, and a haunting sense that no one else measures up. When an avoidant loses someone significant, they don't just lose a relationship, they lose their emotional reference point. But instead of processing this loss openly, they bury it beneath layers of distraction while secretly measuring everyone against you. Avoidant are masters at appearing unaffected, but beneath that calm exterior lies a mind that won't stop circling back. They tell themselves they're over it, that they've moved on, that thinking about you is just a passing thought. But those passing thoughts happen daily. They catch themselves comparing every new person to you. How they laugh, how they text, how they make them feel. Nothing quite matches. They'll scroll through old photos at 3 a.m., not because they want you back, but because they're trying to understand why they can't shake you from their mind. They delete your number, but have it memorized. They unfollow you, but check your profile through fake accounts or mutual friends. This isn't love. It's obsession disguised as indifference. As time passes, the obsession deepens in unexpected ways. Every new connection becomes a test. Can this person make them forget you? But here's what happens. They date someone new, and within weeks, they're cataloging differences. She doesn't get my humor like you did. He's too emotional, not like you. They're nice, but something's missing. They don't say these things out loud. They barely admit them to themselves. But the comparisons are relentless. They might even seek out people who remind them of you. Similar interests, appearance, or energy. Try to recreate what they lost without the vulnerability of actually reaching back. But it never works. Because they're not looking for someone new. They're looking for you in someone else's body. And when they can't find you, they convince themselves that connection itself is the problem, not their inability to let go. The obsession manifests in subtle ways they don't even recognize. They'll swipe through dating apps and pause on profiles that have your hair color or your smile. They'll feel drawn to people who work in your field or share your hobbies. One woman told me her avoidant ex dated 3 teachers in a row after her, and she was a teacher. He claimed it was coincidence, but patterns don't lie. They're trying to recreate the feeling you gave them without having to face what they lost. It's like being addicted to a drug, but try and find the same high from something safer, something that won't require them to be vulnerable. Here's where it gets complicated. Avoidants don't want to be obsessed. They hate that you occupy so much mental space. They'll try everything to break free. New hobbies, work obsession, casual relationships, even moving cities. But you follow them like a ghost. They'll hear a song and remember your smile. They'll visit a restaurant and recall your conversation. They'll achieve something significant, and their first thought is telling you about it. This mental loop becomes their secret shame. They pride themselves on independence, on not needing anyone. Yet here they are, months or years later, still mentally attached to someone they pushed away. They won't admit this to friends. They won't even journal about it. But in quiet moments, they know the truth. They're stuck, not because they can't find someone new, but because they can't find another you. You'd think someone this preoccupied would eventually break and reach out, but avoidants rarely do. Why? Because acknowledging the obsession means admitting they were wrong. It means saying I can't move on from you, which feels like emotional suicide to someone who's built their identity on not needing anyone. So they stay trapped in their own mind. They write messages they'll never send. They drive past places you used to go together. They keep something of yours. A book, a shirt, a photo, hidden away like a secret shrine. They tell themselves they're keeping it for no reason, but it's their only tangible connection to what they lost. The obsession remains private, internal, and unspoken. They'd rather live with the mental torment than risk the vulnerability of admitting they can't let go. Sometimes the obsession leaks out in strange ways. They might accidentally like an old photo while stalking your profile at 2 a.m., then panic and unlike it, hoping you didn't get the notification. They'll ask mutual friends about you, but try to seem casual about it. How's she doing? Just curious. They analyze every piece of information they get. Are you dating someone new? Did you move? Are you happy? The answers both satisfy and torture them. If you're doing well, they feel a mix of relief and jealousy. If you're struggling, they feel guilty but also validated that maybe you missed them too. The most painful part is when they do attempt contact. It's always indirect and safe. They'll react to your story with an emoji instead of starting a real conversation. They'll send a meme that reminds them of an inside joke you shared. They'll text happy birthday at exactly midnight, then disappear again. These breadcrumbs aren't attempts at reconciliation. They're pressure release valves to their obsession. Just enough contact to feel connected without risking real vulnerability. And if you don't respond warmly enough, they retreat completely, using your cold response as evidence that they were right to stay away. Here's the truth about avoidant obsession. It often never fully goes away. Years can pass, and they'll still catch themselves thinking about you at random moments. They might eventually enter new relationships, even marry someone else, but you remain the benchmark, the one who got away, the connection they couldn't replicate. Some avoidants eventually recognize this pattern and seek help. They realize that their obsession isn't really about you. It's about their inability to fully connect with anyone. But many never make this connection. They go through life with you as their secret ghost, the person they compare everyone to but never speak about. The tragedy is that their obsession could have been love if they'd known how to stay. Instead, it becomes a private prison they built for themselves. I've seen avoidants carry these obsessions for decades. One man told me he still dreams about his college girlfriend 20 years later. He's been married twice since then, but she's the one who appears in his dreams. Another woman admitted she keeps a folder of her ex's photos hidden on her computer. She's been in a relationship for 5 years, but can't bring herself to delete them. These aren't people who can't move on. These are people who won't let themselves move on, because that would mean accepting they lost something irreplaceable through their own actions. The saddest part is how this obsession affects their future relationships. They enter new partnerships with one foot already out the door, comparing every moment to memories of you. Their new partner senses this emotional unavailability, but can't pinpoint why. The avoidant can't fully invest because part of them is still living in the past, still obsessed with what they had with you. They create self-fulfilling prophecies, sabotaging new connections because they've already decided nothing will compare to what they lost. So if you've wondered whether that avoidant ex ever thinks about you, the answer is probably more than you could imagine. Their silence is an indifference. It's obsession they're too proud to admit. You didn't just leave a mark. You became their impossible standard. And while you move forward, building new connections and opening your heart again, they remain stuck in a loop they created, haunted by what they pushed away. If this video resonated with you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to understand the hidden truth about avoidant attachment. Drop a comment below if you've experienced this dynamic. Until next time, remember their obsession is their burden to carry, not your validation to seek.